Jason Carl. Jason Carl. Jason Carl.
Let's tell a vampire story.
Hi, family. We here at McStabber Studios take the emotional well-being of our viewers very seriously. And due to the personal horror nature of Vampire the Masquerade, some of the content of our streams could cause some strong emotional responses. If you feel like that has happened to you during any of our streams, take a moment, take a break, mute the stream, or just skip an episode. Or if you decide that you want to sit through it and watch it, we are available in chat to talk you through it if you need that. Ultimately, we want you to take care of yourself. Do what you feel like you need. Thank you for joining us on this dark journey, and we hope you enjoy this episode of DC by Night, Vengeance Waits.
Good evening, everyone. It's Twitch again. Here I am to give you the latest scoop from the darker side of the world. Down in New Orleans, rumor has it that the town is being filled with some weird graffiti. There's broken wagon wheels everywhere. I wonder what that's coming from, everyone. Maybe you'll have to find out. If you want to know about it, pop on over to my site, Twitch, and take a look at Sanguine_Nights. Maybe you'll find out more. I got word from Atlanta as well. Down in Atlanta, it seems there's a new group of shepherds. They seem to want to make Atlanta a better place now that the Sabbat has flounced out to go over to the east. Of course, we don't know when and if they'll return, but if they do, we'll have to see how that ends, won't we? If you want to see more on that, of course, pop on over and look at ATL by Night. Up in Vancouver, it seems the Clan of the Moon somehow figured out how to put someone in charge. I didn't think you could lead that group, but I'm sure someone has to herd those cats. If you want to hear about more on that one, maybe you should look at my Vancouver by Night section. We come to LA. Over in LA, it's quite interesting. The truce seems to be holding up, though I'm not sure how. And of course, we heard the great one and only Nelly G had some sort of grand party, but we weren't invited. No. Well, I guess you'd have to look at the World of Darkness to find out more on that now, wouldn't you? And finally, we come to DC. All kinds of oddities in DC. First, the terrorist incident in Baltimore, and now one of the prominent clubs in DC has burnt to the ground, the Black Magic. Of course, there's no listed body count, but those of certain kinds don't really leave evidence, do they? And I've also heard that one of the most vocal people in the town is turned up missing. Shall we say a person of a messenger persuasion. Interesting to see. Maybe we'll have to find out what happened to him and who's behind this recent batch of arsons. Of course, if you're hearing this, you already know where to find that information now, don't you? So, I can't stay long. I've got to get out of here now before I get found. But don't worry. Good old Twitch will come back and he'll fill you in on what's going on. Goodbye.
Good evening and welcome to McStabber Studios, DC by Night. I'm the storyteller, Shanky McStabber. Too many shenanigans, but it's okay. We're going to keep going. I'm the storyteller, Shanky McStabber.
I'm Relyn, Shanky's wife, and I play Lily Sanger, Primogen of Clan Toreador.
I'm Lance. I play Steve Perry, the Primogen of the Clanless.
I'm Jim, I think. I play Quartermain. I don't have a job.
Unemployed slacker.
Yeah, unemployed slack ass.
I like that.
That's good.
I'm Katie. I play Locke, Clan Gangrel, and I am the Hound of DC.
And of course, we've got a returning guest again. This week, our returning guest is Sabrina Damask, played by Princess_XX, or as we know her, Unconscious Celestial, or just Core sometimes. I'll let you say hi to everybody.
Hi.
I know, I introduced a character for her. I'm just,
That's okay.
it's been one of those weeks. But that's what Vampire's here for.
Yes.
So, before I get started, there's one thing I want to say. I want to give a shout out to Anne at Dogmite Games. For those who had been paying attention, my screen was messed up. All my onks were kind of bent. I contacted Anne at Dogmite Games. She had me send it out. They paid for it to be shipped back to them. They overnighted it back to me after it was fixed, just in time to stream again. So I'm not going to lie, that's customer support right there.
Not only did they fix it, they also re-lacquered it.
Yeah,
so
the
it's
front's been
amazing
re-lacquered.
looking.
It looks even better than it did when I sent it back to him. So I just want to shout out that Dogmite's got some great customer support because that was amazing.
Top notch.
To get it back so quick. So when we last played, most of the coterie had been at the old church where you'd found a Black Spiral Dancer. Of course, you thwarted your storyteller's plans and did not fight the Black Spiral Dancer. You just fled. But questions were raised by, of course, Quartermain about there's something odd about that old church because that's too many times that it's been the center of something. And, of course, Quartermain arranged for a meeting with Razor. The rest of the coterie, of course, which was amounted to Lily, found out not only had the black magic burned and Raphael had returned, but Wayland was missing. And if you listen to the Sheriff of DC, Art Morgan, he's dead. Though, like many things in the world of darkness, there's truths and then there's truths. And never believe anything until you physically have confirmed it yourself. So that's where we're going to pick off. It was a new day, a brand new day. So everyone can give me a rouse check to tell me where they're at. And I assume, Sabrina, you're starting at 1 hunger because I know you've hunted in between when you were last on. So
Sure.
Hey, storyteller, I need to roll a stain.
Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me. You had 1 stain, right?
Yeah, I made my rouse check.
Well, you actually had, your rouse check. Now, for your stain, your humanity 5, right?
Yes.
You have only
So
1
far.
stain. So you have 3 dice you can roll. No, 5? No, that gives you 5 blanks. -1, you get 4 dice.
Okay.
4 dice, and as long as you get a success on one of them, then you are good to go.
He's got successes.
Yes, 3.
Good. Then you were sufficiently remorseful about bringing your convictions. I guess in this case, you really did understand that your beast had tricked you, and it wasn't the time to fight.
That's right.
So you can erase the stain. It is gone, and you've retained your 5 humanity for now.
Okay.
Thank you for reminding me. This is why I love players like I have, actually. All my players are very good about that. I love that. So, and you made your rouse. Everyone make their rouse. Who failed their rouse?
I failed my rouse.
So you're at hunger,
2.
and you are at 1.
Finally.
And Sabrina, you're at 1? Yep, cool. So, Sabrina, I know you had received a text from Locke about a week ago, I think it was, Locke, about Locke wanted to meet with you. And the reply that had come back was that you would come see her as soon as you got a chance because you were doing your own business. So the only place you know to meet her will be at Purgatory. What time would you head over to Purgatory?
Locke would probably, Locke can sit at 2 hunger. This is fine.
So would you be at Purgatory early in the evening, Locke?
Yeah, she'd head over as soon as she could.
And Sabrina, would you text Locke before you left to go over to Purgatory?
Sure. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so what time do you think you guys are meeting up there so I can get a timeline of this night?
What time do we wake up normally?
It's summertime, probably right about 9, a little after 9.
Yeah, so it'd be like 9:30, 10 at the latest.
10 would be about the quickest. I think Sabrina could get there after getting woke up and getting, situated and doing her thing. So, 10. You have plans you want to make. You have numerous people to call.
I have a laundry list of things to do.
Razor said he would meet you at your office. Did he say a time? I don't think he did he?
I did. I said a time.
Yeah, it was, what time was it?
11.
That's what I thought. So yours is 11. Steve, what do you have going on right now? Nothing yet?
Nothing yet.
I know you like to do every day your sweeps, so you can roll that, even though the club was not open the day before.
Okay.
So, Lily, let's outline your plans real quick. So right now we've got 10, 11, Steve coming in yours.
So as soon as I wake, I'm in the room with Raphael.
Of course. You said you were going at the same time.
Let me roll
for him.
I basically just...
He was down to 1 hunger.
We talked until we went to day sleep.
Steve
Did he-
Perry
Did he make it?
hitting all cylinders.
Oh, you got no
Jesus.
successes on your
Zero.
scan? Awesome. Raphael wakes up. He's healed a little through the night, or when he woke up, he healed a bit.
Did he do his rouse to heal?
Yeah, he did his rouse to heal.
All three?
No, he failed all three.
Oh, shit. So he's hungry as fuck.
Yeah, he's now at 4 hunger.
Okay.
He made his rouse check for waking at least,
Okay.
because otherwise he would have woke up and immediately frenzied,
Yeah.
which would have been an amazing wake-up story.
Okay. So I
you've got-
I noticed the improvements, and I look over at him and I ask, "Are you very hungry right now?"
Yeah, wow, I've never been this hungry before. This is weird.
Okay. Just wait. Give me just a moment, and I go to the case and I get a bag and I prep it.
Okay, how many bags you giving him?
I'm giving him one bag.
Okay. One bag? Okay.
Because it has the morphine in it to help with any pain from
Okay.
his wounds. And and once I get it prepped and the tubing primed, I'm gonna hand him the tube for him to drink the
Okay.
bag.
That leaves you only 3 left of the bags that
Right,
Dr.
but that'll
Filer
knock
left.
him down to lower hunger.
Yeah, to get him 3 at least the midway point.
Mhm.
He's still hungry, but not oh god hungry. So
Okay, so once he's finished drinking that, I'm gonna offer. Well, you let me know when he's finished.
he's finished. I mean, we're not going
Okay.
to wait every second of it. 'Cause
Okay. I'll say, if you'd like, you can top off from me, because I am in a position where I can hunt. You are not quite there yet.
Okay, so he's he can't be bound. We've already
No.
established that.
We've already established
He
that.
takes 2 off you
Okay.
to knock him back to 1 hunger.
Do I rouse for that?
Nope, he just takes 2 off you.
And I get hungrier by
Yep, you get hungrier by 2. You just traded him 2 of your blood,
2. Okay.
so it puts you at 2.
3.
3?
Mhm.
That's right, because you failed this morning's wake up. So
Mhm.
you're 3. But what are your plans for this day? So let's get this. covered
Okay,
real
so
quick.
now that that's done, I let him know I've got to take care of a few things, and I show him how to use their. We have an intercom in our suites where he can contact my
Okay.
security chief if he needs anything. And I head upstairs to talk to Thomas. I tell him I need the keys and the fob.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
And I swing by the security room to find out if anything unusual was on the cameras, because we were under threat.
Ian's in the room when he come, and he said that he's reviewed the day footage from where he was sleeping, and he's gone through it himself, and he didn't see anything other than normal traffic coming in through.
Nobody lurking. Nothing
Nobody
like-
lurking that he saw.
Okay.
It seemed like normal traffic.
Okay. Keep reviewing. If you notice anything, send me a text. Let me know.
Okay.
And then I am actually calling Angelique.
Okay. It rings a few times, and hello, Lily.
Hi, Angelique. I'm sorry to disturb you, but I need your assistance.
You need my assistance.
Yeah, I need you to get a message to Grigori, because I do not have a contact for him.
Okay.
I need his assistance urgently.
I can do that. I can do that.
Thank you. So you are aware black magic burned.
Wait, what?
That's why I need his assistance.
Wait. What happened to Wayland?
I don't know. That's why I need his assistance.
The line goes dead.
Okay.
Just completely dead out of the blue.
Mm-hmm.
She might be a wee bit upset, maybe.
That's okay. I want her there.
Yep. Okay.
And then I'm going to... It's a Monday night. Shit. Club scenes are dead on Monday night.
But you can still find something. There's things open,
Can I can't pull from my herd on a night we're closed, can I?
Yes, you can.
I can. I'm going to pull from my herd.
Because it's not just the herd that goes to your club. It's the herd.
Yeah.
It's your herd. You know what clubs they go to other nights. That's the thing.
So I'm going to go out and feed for my herd while I'm waiting on them to show up.
Much like Chaz's entourage, or Chas, before it started to slip from him, he knew what clubs they were in, what nights, whether he was with them or not.
Okay.
Of course, that kind of changed recently, but
Okay.
so you can draw from that.
Okay. So I'm going to get 2 off of my...
2 off the herd? Okay,
Yeah,
that
herd.
works.
And then I'm checking my phone to see if I heard from Karina about tracing that number I requested.
She texts back. It traced from DuPont Circle.
Thanks, friend. We need to get together soon.
And she replies, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, I need... Let me check something real quick, and then we're going to probably go at this point to... Steve, did you come up with anything else to do? Actually, you got no successes?
None.
Okay. You're still sweeping. It's taking you longer than usual because that was a horrible fucking roll. Like, seriously, horrible roll. Can't believe it. Okay. Just checking that. Okay. So we're going to move up to, let Sabrina and Locke. Tabitha, she let you know that she was still going to stay with Bloodlicker, but she was dropping off Art's van at Norton's beforehand and then planned to grab her bike and switch that over to Bloodlicker's, just so you were aware of her plans in case, she put it, something bad happened.
Be careful.
Yeah, that's why she let you know that was her plan.
Yeah.
Yep, and now we'll let you, Sabrina, of course, shows up probably right about on time. And I'll let you two have your scene.
Feed my dog.
I'll let you two have a scene together. That'll be fun.
So Sabrina comes in and she's not wearing black, actually, which is very different for her. She's wearing an off-the-shoulder blue top, black jeans, so not all black, and hiking boots. And then obviously Todd, her boxes on over the hang.
Love
over the shoulder.
Fox. Love the fox.
Delighted. They sit in the back room. That's where it's open, and look, it's cleaned up, but then trashed again enough to where it looks like it's actually like not spick and span clean. Locke is wearing her Mickey Mouse shirt, but is cleaner than the last time you saw her, like more put together, fewer holes.
And you actually also see, Sabrina's not met him, but there's an African-American male that has been, you saw him briefly unloading a liquor truck and loading into the storeroom.
Okay.
Seems to be kind of distracted, moving stuff back and forth. But you have heard him refer to Locke as boss at least once as you were coming in. Because he was making sure, boss, you want me to put these in the storeroom?
Go ahead, and I need you to take a walk for about a half hour.
He lifts his glasses up, his sunglasses up, and looks, drops them back down. Sure, boss. And he goes, and you see him walk past the truck and head up the street to take a walk around the block.
Yeah. So.
First, before you say anything, I heard that you made a friend recently, so I brought you a gift, and she hands you a brand new grooming for big dogs package with a bag and everything to keep it all in.
She's so excited. She's like, yeah, it's a big dog.
Yes.
I asked for a big dog, and that was taken not literally. Or maybe, I don't know, big dog, and I ended up with, well, come on, you can meet her. I'm not done yet. We still have another night before she's like fully, but you're good with animals, and she's not like, but she'll peek in the door. And
okay, let's take a peek.
Yeah. Her name is Slinks, because I asked her actual name is Slinks Through Bushes, and so we're just shortening that.
Hey, whatever works.
So, didn't close the door. She's not it's big.
I understand.
She's already was not 100% happy with me. We have not negotiated our relationship yet.
It takes time, but you'll get there.
Yeah. So, Art.
Yes.
Have you heard that he's sheriff now?
I don't think you would have been told that yet. Dorian didn't mention it to you when you popped in to visit him.
No.
He's sheriff now. And he's gotten...
SIC. Like, continue.
Yeah, and he's he's gotten, I don't know, worse or better. He's definitely not what I was used to, or Tabitha. And I don't know where direction we're heading within him, but it feels dangerous. Because you met Tabitha. She was, the one who was here. Yeah, they're not a thing anymore because he basically threatened her and told her that, if she did any of her anarch shit, that he would take her out or something.
From your point of view, so you know, Sabrina, that sounds like the Art you knew a long time ago. He was definitely one who did not like anarchs. From what you met last time you were with him.
Yeah.
So
he wasn't too keen on her pacifist ways, then, I take it.
No. And I mean, honestly, Tabitha is about as pacifist as you can get with our kind.
Right.
Like, seriously, I have sassed her so hard and she has not done anything. She refuses to fight. The Sabbat War just broke her. So it's like, of all the anarchs you could possibly say that to, she is like, the one you'd have to worry about least. And yeah, so I basically she's staying somewhere safer now.
Okay, good.
That took a little bit of convincing to do. That was fun. But I'm kind of trying to figure out where we're heading with this because I'm still the Hound and he's he's actually my boss now. So I need to know how to deal with him.
Would I have any advice to give?
That would be your call. I mean, from what you remember, you didn't so much as deal with Art.
No,
last you saw
just
him,
briefly.
He was his age. He was very cold and very much you weren't romantic with him for a reason, because as far as you saw, he was driven based on his age to be what he was. The best advice how you dealt with him is you let him do his thing. He was reliable, but he was only reliable as far as, he knew it was in the tower's best interest.
Yeah.
Now, whether you want to share all that with Locke is up to you.
Well, some of it, because like you said, I didn't really, so this is to Locke. I mostly kept my distance. It was a very professional relationship, we weren't really friends or, if you will. It was very, follow instructions,
Okay.
I was way more on better terms with Melissa. So.
Yeah. You heard about Melissa?
No, last you heard is she was missing. You have not heard any other details.
She is definitely dead.
I see.
The Scourge of DC took her out during the riots.
You can tell that Sabrina's trying to keep very resolved and not emotional, but you can still kind of see that whole change in the face where it just kind of almost heartbroken, but understanding,
I'd also like to add on that the Scourge of DC is not a thing, not a person you trifle with. If revenge was a thing you were considering.
It's tempting, but I have better survival skills than that. So thank you.
Yeah, she's dangerous. I've fought near her and around her, and she's fucking scary. So, I'm sorry. Second time I've had to deliver this news. Technically,
not easy. I know.
Third, but Art didn't care.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, that was kind of where I started really worrying, because there's hey, he's not a hippie anymore, and then there's that. Yeah.
It seems like he has defaulted, I suppose the word.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't think we're going back. Which, I mean, okay, if I can maintain a professional bullshit with him, I can take orders.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. I expected it in this job anyway. How ruthless is he normally? Just curious. Like,
as from what I can recall, as ruthless as he has to be.
Sorry, say again?
As ruthless as he has to.
Okay. I think I can work with that. Maybe. But mostly avoid him. Sounds cool. He doesn't sound like he actually wants to interact with me too much, which I'm good with. Yeah. He is not looking for a Barney Fife. So, okay. So is there anything else to catch you up on? I think that was it.
Yeah, when you last talked to her, she had said she was going to be investigating the zoo. I remembered that.
Yes.
And she was getting herself established.
Yes. So I have a haven now, so that's pretty good for me. I'm going to stick around for a little bit. Mm-hmm. I'm not quite comfortable telling you where just yet. I hope you understand. Okay. But I actually went to visit Dorian.
Really?
Yes. I kind of get where you're coming from. It was a bit awkward, but it was kind of intriguing, actually. Although when I got there, I kind of overheard something. Do you know who Esmeralda is?
Yes, I do.
Yes. So they were kind of having a bit of a tiff.
Okay.
And I feel like I should tell you, just to kind of, being the hound and everything, just kind of, a bit of a warning, I suppose. I think she has a child.
Cool. Okay. Huh. Well, if she sired the child outside of the DC area.
I didn't catch that part.
Yeah, technically.
But I think they are in DC now.
Cool. Great. And Esmeralda and I get on like hats on fire. Okay, let me... Katie's making a note, not Locke.
Pure Locke isn't. Cats on fire.
Cats on fire. That's fantastic.
Spectre Alifet will be twinning that.
Yes.
And it sounds like it was recent, or that he just found out, or any idea.
Again, I didn't really catch that. Just, I just caught that that's what they were arguing about, and
okay, interesting.
It's probably worth if you don't get along with Esmeralda, maybe talking to Dorian about it.
Okay, yeah, I may have to get somebody to do that. And I know just the guy. Yeah, Esmeralda is an interesting, chess piece. One of them. Just pick one of the weirder ones. And she's one of those in DC. She's not Dorian's child, but they have some weird relationship.
I see.
So, okay, crap, shit.
And I was doing, I'm just trying to fill you in as fast as I can here. I did a bit of investigating at the zoo as well. In regarding to the tigers, they were the only ones that had been attacked, killed, which have you. And so I figured I'd do a bit of testing, and there was kindred blood mixed in with theirs. And all of the tigers had been... I did some samples and some, testing.
And they're all dead now, right?
All of the tigers.
Because I have a feeling I know who might have killed them. And,
Potentially, yeah.
and if I'm right, she wouldn't be coming back to keep them copacetic. So,
Yeah, it did cause a stir in the news, though, because all the tigers were dead
Gone.
in the National Zoo.
oh,
That was pretty tricky, by the way. I had to... Getting the samples was hard. But
yeah, I can imagine. Thank you for looking into that, because I'm okay. So I'll keep in the back of my mind that if she fucked with anything else around here, it might start acting up soon. So, yay! Get to deal with that. Always Fallout.
if you need a hand with any of it,
yes, I am trying to learn to be better with animals, which sounds really fucking weird for a gangrel, but I'm new to this part.
that's okay. That's okay.
So I can talk to rats now.
That's exciting.
And
that's a step.
So I'm pretty excited about that. They're better conversationalists than I thought they'd be.
Yep.
So
sometimes better than our own kind.
We're going to flash from there right now while you two are probably at this point. I imagine she's discussing how to deal with a new familiar since you have one, and she's had one a while. Sabrina's had one quite a while. We'll flash back to you two in a little bit here.
Yeah, I do want to send one text.
Yes, go ahead.
To Quartermain.
Yes.
Gotta talk. That's it.
Do you reply, Quartermain?
About foxes and dogs and stuff.
Does Quartermain reply?
Yeah, I do reply. I say, Kay, when, where?
Whenever, purgatory.
Whenever?
Not urgent.
See you next week.
Hey. More urgent than that.
At least he didn't say see you next Tuesday. So, from there, Lily is waiting on Grigori.
I come back. Do I see Steve as I'm heading back into the club?
Does she see you, Steve? We're from heading to the club from the basement?
No, when I went out to pull for my herd.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And
yeah,
I came back.
So you're not back yet from that. We're going to switch to, because it's going to take you more than an hour. So we're going to switch to Quartermain.
Okay.
She'll run into you. You had a big time problem sweeping. Something was interfering with your gear. You were picking up false positives that you couldn't figure out where they were coming from. But overall, you didn't find anything, of course, because your shit was fucked up. We're going to flash to Quartermain. Quartermain, do you wait in the office or outside the building where your office is about to be? I mean, technically you could wait in it, but it's not officially yours. But what are they going to do?
I feed first.
Okay. Give me your roll there.
I got 5.
Okay. So you managed to find a sleeping person inside DuPont Circle, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay. Since that's still your assigned domain, even though I think you were having your office just outside DuPont, wasn't it? Or was it in DuPont? No, it was in DuPont. You decided to put it at the very edge of DuPont, but kept it in your existing domain.
Yeah.
Which was smart because you're no longer sheriff and it might have been a problem otherwise. Do you wait in the building or outside the building?
I'll wait inside. I don't care.
Okay. At about 5 minutes to 11, you get a knock on the office door.
Okay.
Just knocks.
Answer the door.
Very nondescript man is waiting outside.
I usher him in.
Painfully nondescript.
I know. I usher him in.
Hang on a second. Let me roll for something. You see him look around and eyeball a bit before he steps in the room. And then he follows you and then he steps in the room and good evening, Quartermain.
Offer him a seat if he wants it.
Excuse me if I'm not going to sit down.
That's fine. You can relax. There's nobody here but us.
Given our history, you can forgive me if I'm not exactly feeling totally safe.
I know. I can understand that. So
I did find it odd you contacted me, though. I was intrigued enough to show up. Lola said don't do it, but I figured it was worth a try.
How are you two doing?
She's gotten better.
Good.
And I do have you to thank for that, and that is why I'm here.
I'm glad to hear that. Anyways, and he'll just stand there with, his hands visible, not making any moves, just not trying to threaten him at all. Yeah, the reason I called you here is to actually talk about that whole situation with us.
Okay.
My sire is the one that has the problem. At this point, I got nothing against you. You've done nothing to me. I have completed the task that was set before me, which was to locate you. I'm not really keen on being told that I owe somebody for my existence. And I'm
wait.
I want to get out of this. I just want to be out of this situation.
Someone said you were owed for this curse?
Yeah, my sire thinks that it's a gift. I'm sorry. You don't take. You don't come in. You don't come here, embrace an American, and tell them that all of a sudden
your sire is so deluded.
Oh, she's European. What do you want?
Do you know why I killed that girl?
Why?
Nathan told me to. It was a trade of information.
Of course it was.
Nathan had me kill her in exchange for info I wanted. I I ghouled her brother after that because if Nathan wanted her dead, I figured she must have something. I didn't realize it was all to get you embraced. Your sire has a beef with the wrong person.
Yeah. Nathan strikes again.
He was a cagey old fool.
Yeah, I have no interest in being involved in this situation anymore.
I just did not like being looked for. I did not like the way you spoke to me the first night we met.
Yeah.
That's why there was that unfortunate incident with one of the chefs.
Yeah, I was... You'll have to forgive me for that.
Oh.
I was...
Being who I am, I understand emotions can run high. Sometimes you do things unpleasant, like stuff a body into a air duct.
Yeah, I can understand. I just want you to know that I don't personally have anything against you.
Lily does.
To be perfectly honest, we worked pretty well together that night. So
I owe you for that. Lola owes you for that.
It's okay.
I will admit I could have been more truthful about the situation.
I understand why you weren't.
Can't believe you brought that thing with you, though.
Well, it was for the betterment of DC, and at the time, as I was sheriff, I figured having the Scourge along was useful in that particular circumstance.
Her and I go back some ways. A few decades. I was not. I am not Camarilla or Anarch either. I am Razor. I am a myth, a legend, something they use to scare the other kindred as the boogeyman.
I can understand that.
But I get attributed things I do not do. I get attributed, of course, things I have done. If people knew half of what she had done, you wouldn't let her in your city.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, I am the madman, the psychopath, the killer. Nobody would listen to me anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Well, just so you know, I am supposed to give my sire's envoy, for lack of a better word, your location. What I am going to, what I am going, huh?
I can give her several.
Well, if you want, if you feel like providing me with one that she can go and at least find, evidence that you had been there at one point, that would be fine. And then this whole mess is over with. I was just going to give her that house that we used that night, but whatever.
No, I've got an address I can give her.
Okay, it's fine.
He writes down an address. It's in Baltimore.
You haven't been to Baltimore recently, have you?
Oh, I spend time in Baltimore a lot. I spend time outside of Baltimore.
Have you run into the Roman?
Have I run into him, or has he run into me? I've seen him. He didn't see me. He didn't recognize me because the beauty of being who I am allows me a certain amount of anonymity. Most don't recognize me when they see me. I mean, of course, you see me here, but this is not how my excessively average looks is not how I operate when I don't want to be seen.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, I've seen him more than once. I've seen that amateur psycho, I guess I'd call it, Gino. He wishes he could excel to the level I have, but he's not. He thinks he's a wise guy and a hard ass, but he's not. So, yes, I've seen him. But the address I've given you is a place I've stayed in Baltimore.
Fantastic. I will provide her with that, and then, as far as I'm concerned, I'm out of this situation.
It'll be interesting when she goes to visit. The barony that Haven resides in doesn't look kindly on Europeans. I'm always stirring up trouble. But it is a haven I've had and I've used, so it is a legitimate place to send her. I might even be there one night when she comes.
All right. Fair enough.
I will, for now, bury the feud between us.
That's good.
Do not look for me. Just if you need me, you have a number.
That's fine. I hope you and your wife manage.
She is much better.
Things are getting weird around here, and I'm not sure what's going to happen next. I don't think that the riots were the last of the trouble we're going to see.
It's not. I've seen things.
Yeah, me too.
One of the banes of what I became is I see things sometimes. The seers of old used to look in the entrails and the bones to see the future. I see the same in the victims. Each that I've killed, I've seen things. Change is coming. I do not know if it's a change for the better or the worse. Change is coming. Darkness is creeping at the edges of the city. And forces are gathering outside the city that shouldn't be, I guess.
Yep. Oh, by the way, you heard I quit, right?
I heard.
Yeah.
One of my birdies told me.
Yeah.
It's part of why I agreed to this. I heard they put Art in charge.
Yeah.
I'm going to have
Yes.
to be very careful
Stanford is
with him.
so amused with his I don't know even what. I got nothing. He's just amused with himself.
He
thinks he's
clever.
Yeah, he thinks he's clever.
He's not as clever as he thinks. Is it true he set up his throne room in Marissa's old throne room?
Is that where that is?
Under the Washington Convention Center?
Yeah, is that where her throne room was?
He's not as cagey as he thought.
Wow.
Marissa was a Tremere. Her throne room would have been warded. But who was her lover for many, many years?
I don't know.
Vitel.
Oh. Okay.
Do you think if there's any back doors or any weaknesses or keyholes to her wards, he wouldn't know what they were? She trusted him the most of all when that fool Cassandra went to her with a vision. And he betrayed her for it. Your prince is not as swift as he thinks. I do not know what game Vitel is playing. I don't think he's done in DC.
No, pretty sure he's not.
He runs half of Baltimore now.
Doesn't surprise me.
He is nothing if not effective.
I think somebody like him, with the setback he was dealt here, would turn around and just want to create a greater empire. I see him trying to get the entire East Coast under his sway.
Let's hope not. I know I am known to be unstable, but I think he's one of the few kindred that legitimately scare me. He's done things he shouldn't. And he sees and knows things he shouldn't.
There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes. A lot of players. I don't know who he is working with.
I don't
But
know
he's
either.
Working with somebody.
He's got contacts he shouldn't.
Yep. Yeah. One of those mysteries that my kind likes to hunt down.
For what I owe you, and Lola owes you, if I get more info on that, I'll let you know.
That'd be great.
And if at any point you would like my birdies to look for something, just send me a message.
That would also be welcome.
My network was not what Nathan's was. But let's just say that from time to time, Nathan had to pay me for information.
That's fine. We could have a similar deal if that's what you wanted to do.
I owe you.
Yeah, just so you know, I probably would have done it without the boon.
Doesn't matter.
It needed to be done. And I'm glad that it was for, not just masquerade reasons.
I may be what I am, and I may do a lot of things, but I do not let it be said that I do not have some honor.
We all do things that are questionable. So
I just get rages that take over me, and people get hurt.
yeah,
But then I see things. It's kept me alive kept me dead so far.
yeah. He'll hold out his hand.
And he shakes it. I will be in touch.
Same here.
And he strolls out the door. Do you look to see where he goes when he goes out the door? Or?
No,
Okay.
I'll leave him be.
Okay, so now we're going to flash over to Lily.
Okay.
You come back from hunting.
Okay.
Okay, and you do run into Steve right away.
Good.
And when you see Steve,
Mhm.
you're gripped by something. I don't know what it is at first. And your vision goes black.
My vision goes
Mhm.
black.
And you see fire all around. You see it burning. And the panic rises up. But the beast in you knows that it's not real fire. You're just seeing the fire.
Yeah.
And you can see eyes lurking behind the fire. But it's not in the fire. It's like a shard of darkness at the center of the fire, peeking out.
What color are the eyes?
They're black. They're peeking from the fire, watching. Not consumed by it, not part of the fire, but they're in the middle of the fire, watching. And then you see the eyes blink once and just kind of not there anymore as the fire burns around you. And then you come back to yourself, standing there in front of Steve.
Oh, Lily, you all right?
What have you done?
What do you mean?
I will ask you one more time. What have you done?
I don't understand what you're talking about.
You can roll your insight.
Oh, I already know because I listened to a recording.
Oh, I know where you're going with that, but he seems to be perfectly, from what you can tell, because he's not a very good liar, and you are much better at it. He's not lying. He doesn't seem to know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
It is so strong on you, I'm getting visions. I'm aware, and you are playing with fire. I don't know if I'll be able to protect you. But thank you for staying here last night or during the day.
Of course, what?
And I just walk off.
Oh, Lily, before you go.
What?
I want to let you know I'm having a tremendous problem today with my searches and sweeps around the club. I don't know what's going on, but I'm having terrible, terrible problems.
Okay. What can I do to help?
Lily, you get a text. It just says go for a walk.
What's the
that number that sent you a thing before?
Go for a walk. Fucking God. Okay. Get the guys to help you. I'll be right back.
All right.
I go for a walk.
What's Locke and Sabrina doing right now?
Let's see. Locke will actually send. Do we have a contact for the not Octagon House, the Triangle House, whatever it is?
No, you have not been given a number to contact Cone or the Pontifex, but you do know Lily has one.
Yeah, I'll text Lily, and it's like, yo, you gotta you have a contact for Cone.
And I just send back when she sends that. Ask Steve. I know he's got Cone's number.
Oh,
Steve does.
Exact Steve.
I'm not giving her the Pontifex's number.
Do you have a contact for Cone?
I do. And I sent it to her.
Thank you. And then I text Cone. And is now, sorry, backing up, Cone is not the Pontifex.
Cone is the Primogen.
Primogen, that's fine. Need a meeting with I can't say Pontifex. What the fuck is his name?
Say boss.
I don't want to say boss. That feels mean.
Yeah, I can understand because of what's happening with him.
With V.
Or just your superior. I mean, technically it is.
Name. I'm just looking for what his name is. I can't remember.
Mr. Sang?
The lowest
Mr. Sang.
Mr. Sang.
Boy, that's it. Need a meeting with V. BS. Can you
When?
set one, please? Soonish.
Where?
Where would he be comfortable?
We'll come to you.
Business.
We'll come to you.
The bar? The Purgatory?
Sure.
Oh yeah. I guess I'm not leaving tonight. All
And
right, cool.
Sabrina's going to get to meet the
Yeah.
Pontifex.
I just got to deal with a thing. I'm in charge of the Thin Bloods, and I got to see if he's cool with a thing. By the way, I know a guy, and not that you don't look like great, but he can do hair. Like,
Oh, okay.
hair. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, he had a whole ass conversation with me where I'm like, I don't want to have to kill you. And he's like, that's fine, but we have to talk about your hair. So he's great. I love him.
That was amazing. Valerie is an amazing
Coming back
thing,
to the
like-
hair.
I wanted to go teal for a while, so
He can do it. He's
awesome.
So, yeah, he can do all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I'm trying to get track of, we have so many fucking Thin Bloods. So many.
Lily is walking around the block.
Mm-hmm.
You're going for a walk. You pass by a couple alleys. It's nothing. But in one of them, when you get close to it, the shadows seem a little darker.
Since the unseen.
Okay.
It is. I'm searching. So is it resolve?
Resolve Auspex.
Auspex?
Mhm. Try to force to see.
Yeah, that's right. 4, 5, 6.
There's something there. There's a darkness your eyes can't seem to penetrate back in the alleyway. But as you're staring at it, you hear psst.
Okay, so I move towards it.
You step all the way up to it, and you can see it's got a delimited edge of darkness.
Uh-huh.
Right when you get to the edge, it fades. There's somebody you recognize standing in it, somebody you haven't seen in a while. Marcus Vitale is standing in front of you.
Shit. I knew it.
Good evening, Miss Sanger. Or should I say, Frimogen Sanger.
Lord Vitale, what can I do for you?
You still acknowledge me, Lord Vitale. Interesting.
You are Lord of Baltimore now, aren't you?
Not all of it. Most
Give it another week?
a month.
Okay.
There's a few holdouts that are more powerful than expected.
Hmm.
You may ask yourself why I'm not even just killing you at this point.
Oh, I figured if you wanted to, you would do that, and I wouldn't have a chance to think about
I
it.
hold no ill feelings towards you and your friends. I understand why you did what you did. You saw a chance at power. Something I can respect.
Thank you.
The turncoat, Nathan, had to die. Of course.
Understood.
I know what happened at the Black Magic.
I have my suspicions.
I was there. On the other side. Your little riots were actually quite beneficial to me in a lot of ways. The deaths, the suffering, the pain. You tore the veil in several places. By doing so, it gave me points I can cross, come in and out of, and observe, shall we say, from the other side. Funny that I had gotten word something might happen there, and I just happened to be watching from the other side of the veil to see the events as they occurred.
What did you happen to see?
Oh, no. See, that's not how this works. I didn't come here to tell you a story. I need something. I need you to go get me something. Something I can't go get myself. The madam in the tower has a ring I want. Now, I could try to go take it from her. But you've met her. Let's just say it might be a little difficult. No one takes from that woman.
No, they trade.
If you want my information, you will get me the ring.
What does the ring look like?
It's a platinum band with a ruby. Not a big one. If you just ask her for the ring,
Okay.
she will probably know what you're talking about. She will probably know I sent you for it. She still may trade it to you,
Oh, I'm sure she would for the right trade.
as long as I do not step in foot in her tower.
Mhm.
She generally holds no ill will. But let's just say me and the spirits that surround her have had disagreements in the past.
Understood. I will do my very best. How should I contact you? The number I have?
That will work. Did you enjoy the little performance that went on in Baltimore?
Oh, it was fun, although too easy.
Did
I'll
you
be
ever
as
ask
honest.
yourself how I knew you guys were coming?
I don't really bother. You have
Perhaps
far
should.
you have far more talents than I could imagine.
Perhaps you should.
But it was interesting that your man decided to graffiti my club.
That was not on my orders.
Hmm.
I sent him here to speak with my sire. Did not go well.
Imagine that.
I fear she's pissed at me still.
Hmm.
And if I can burn the bitch out, I will.
Good luck with that.
Come a long way from when she...
I'm
Sorry.
sure you have.
That's all. I just wanted to send you that.
Well, thank you, Lord Vittel. And I will be in touch as soon as I'm able to get the ring.
Perfect.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Primogen Sanger.
Goodbye.
And he steps into the shadows and just is gone in that fast. And you can just feel when he stepped into the shadows the coldness of death that just leaped off it as he left behind.
Mm-hmm. I head back to the club.
And you head back to the club. Now, Steve, while she was gone for her walk, not long after she left for her walk, suddenly all your equipment started working right again.
Okay.
You want to do that roll again?
Yeah.
It all just, it's kind of weird.
Should I roll for that again just to see what I get?
Go ahead.
Okay. And this time I get a 1.
Okay, you got one. You didn't find anything, but your equipment's working.
Okay, but I do notice, though, that things seem to be working.
Yeah, there's not as much interference and strange, ghost signals and shit.
Okay.
And this was only about maybe 4 alleys up from the club is where he met you.
God damn, his radius is huge.
Very old. And very
Yeah.
powerful.
I bet all the girls tell him that.
I know, right?
Probably true. So when Lily comes back to the club, just, it's weird. You don't haven't seen Lily just go for a walk like that often.
No.
So, Quartermain, what were you doing after Razor left?
I need to I want to call Karina,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna go visit Locke.
She answers, and, hey, Q, what's up?
Hi, how you doing tonight? Any better?
I mean, better's a relative term. I'm not as stressed because,
Yeah.
Dr. Philo's been very helpful. And, of course, I've got the scene locked down now, so I don't have to worry about that little headache.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Was Q aware of the fire?
No. Actually, wait a minute. No, I think you mentioned it briefly. She said, Lily mentioned it. Actually, you did. You mentioned it burnt down briefly.
Yeah.
And you Q
I
actually...
said it was arson.
Right.
I said it was arson.
But you didn't go to report to the prince because that was Locke who did that.
Mm-hmm.
So you just heard there was arson at the Black Magic, and that's all you know.
And that the Herald was dead.
Actually, I
Herald
don't
was
even
dead.
think. I actually don't even.
That was said in the garage.
Huh?
That was said in the garage
In the
while you were in the
you were
garage.
there.
Yep.
Okay.
As you
All
were
right,
getting
fine.
into the SUV to leave, you
Okay,
heard that mentioned.
Okay. So you're talking about the fire.
Yes. The black
Oh.
magic, the one that, according to Art, killed Wayland.
I'm sorry, what?
According to Art, the fire killed Wayland.
Wayland is dead?
The Herald is dead, yes.
Wow.
And
And it was a fire
yes, and our lordship,
at the Black Magic.
yes, is not upset about it.
She can almost hear the gears turning. Really?
Really,
Really?
yes. His own Herald is dead. And his first response was, one less rose in the garden. I have a suspicion you and I are on the same thought process here.
We have problems.
That we do.
All right. That's a new one. Let's table that for the moment. Did any more?
Definitely let's table it until we have meetings in a proper, shall we say, discrete locations.
Sounds like a good idea. Any more information on the other thing?
Which
Oh,
one?
wait a minute. You were there? Wait, I am completely lost as where things are. I went to visit the prince, right? And she was there. So she knows about the church thing.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So anyways, just wanted to make sure. So yeah, any have you found any news about the other issue?
We suppressed everything about DC's Chupacabra. They're calling it Crackacabra, by the way.
I think that's
That would be
hysterical.
appropriate.
I think that's hysterical considering
that
what
is
happened.
insanity. But at least we've got a lid on it.
Good. Yeah, that church is getting very.
That church is very odd.
Yeah.
We know it's there. It's not on any property records. It's not on any tax records. There's no building plan. There's been no surveys of it. And oddly enough, no buildings on that street or within a few blocks of it are allowed to have basements built. Or at least none of them had any basement built.
I would
I'm
assume
beginning
that's
to
because
suspect the crypts are extensive.
Yeah. Did this church ever crop up previously prior to, recent times? In any of your
No.
business?
That's what's even odder. I find no public records at all of it. Nothing. No
Yeah.
tax, no electricity bills, nothing in my other databases, nothing anywhere.
I wonder.
Yes.
I wonder.
You see where I might have questions about that building.
Yeah. I have lots of questions. Every time I go there, it seems like something's trying to kill me.
Yeah, there's something different. And given the information that was supplied to me before, the Ivan incident, it makes me worry even more.
Yeah. Do we have any more information on the anti-sheriff or any of those folks?
Nothing yet. I haven't been getting any wolf sightings in D.C., though there have been wolf sightings in Montgomery County and Calvert County.
Really?
But those pop up anyway from time to time. There's even a bear sighting recently in Montgomery County. Someone said a
Interesting.
grizzly, but I suspect it's only a brown bear, but somebody said grizzly.
Any word from Felix?
He has been holed up recently. He has not been accepting visitors. I tried to schedule an appointment with him, and I was denied.
Really?
I scheduled, of course, the appointment not as Sinshal, but to see my Primogen. But was told that there's no available meetings at this time. The Primogen is not discussing clan business right now, which is also worrying.
Okay. Okay, why don't you and I plan to get together?
I think I will be in contact with you about meeting with all of you. As soon as I can make sure I can find a properly discreet place and run down a few important details that I'm currently in the middle of, I think I should have a talk with you and all your friends, seeing as you're a core part of the city.
Would you like me to see if I can get into Felix's location?
You won't get into his location where he's at.
Really?
No. I know who did his security. You won't get in it.
Okay.
Same people I had build my initial setups. It's good.
Okay.
I don't even know how he's feeding. He hasn't came out in the past few days either.
I need to find Glenn. And I need that notebook.
Sure. We shall. Hopefully find him. I've got, like I said, some leads I'm running down with some, shall we say, unorthodox methods of gathering information.
Okay.
It's different, but it's, I'm not going to say reliable, but in the past it has gleaned information where none could be found. It just takes time.
Fair enough.
I bid you, well, as good an evening as you can have, Quartermain.
Have a
I
good
think
night.
you and I are on the same wavelength about what's coming.
Yeah. Do we... Well, I guess we'll talk. I'll ask that question when we see each other.
Good idea.
Talk to you later.
Good night. And she hangs up. And I suppose now you're heading over to Purgatory. Steve and Lily.
I was actually moving the entire time.
Yeah, I know.
When you come back to the club, I just, when you left for the club for a bit, did you notice anything happening outside? About 15 minutes or so after you left, all the equipment problems just went away, as if nothing was wrong.
Yeah, it should be fine now.
Okay. Any idea?
Yeah, I have ideas, but don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
He was here.
And I
could feel it on her. I could smell it. She reeks of his scent. The coldness comes off him. I know my child. He was here. That bastard was in my spots. Then she goes silent again.
You sure, Lily?
And I'm starting to walk. Yeah, I'm sure it's fine.
Okay.
You saw a while before you walked away that his eyes didn't go black, but they darkened like 4 shades.
Oh, I know who's talking to him.
You've never noticed,
tell me.
but you've never noticed that his eyes did that. But he didn't like glaze over.
Shit either.
He didn't glaze over. But literally, his eyes just darkened a couple shades. You've not seen that before from either Locke or him.
Mm-mm.
It didn't go black. They just went dark.
No, he's gonna have to show some trust in me before I start telling him shit.
So, what is the? You're waiting on Grigori to show up.
Yeah, I'm actually because what time is it? They should be here any time now.
It is just after 11, really, at this point, because Quartermain and Razor's meeting did not take long.
Yeah, I called them before 10, so
right.
they
It's
should
just
be
a matter
here
of
anytime.
depends on where he was.
Yeah, and I get
to get
that.
there. And actually, you get a text from a number you didn't recognize. Another number. You're getting all kinds of numbers.
I know,
tonight.
right? I'm like, who the hell?
This one says ETA midnight.
Thanks.
So about a half hour more.
Yeah. And when they show up, I'll ask them who
Right.
texted me so I can add it to my phone. Because I doubt that's Angelique's because I have her number.
You have her number. That's correct.
Yeah, so I don't know
So you're
which
waiting
one
on
it
him
is.
for a bit,
Okay.
and this is not a night your club is open.
No. I am going to go in my office briefly and check on the status of the properties I was looking for.
Okay. And Steve, you are, now that you've done that, What have you got planned? Curious.
Well, did I get an appointment with Dr. Ludlow after
Not yet.
Dr. Exeter left?
Not yet.
Okay.
But you know that he's supposed to, he only left, this morning before dawn. So but you're expecting something from him shortly. At least you would hope. Last you heard, he was out of it. So it may take, a day or two before he's coherent.
Okay. I'm not going to help him by giving him a nip.
Well, no, that would make him even more incoherent.
Yeah.
You actually got to make him hungrier to make him functional.
Yeah. No, I would be nipping him.
Oh God. Okay, yeah, that'd be interesting. That would be interesting. Very interesting, actually. So what else do you got planned? Nothing? You're just kind of...
I really don't have any specific plans at this point.
Because you're waiting to hear from him.
Right.
Okay. So we will flash over real quick to Purgatory. And you get Locke and Sabrina. And of course, Quartermain, you show up. And how did you get over there, Sabrina? What vehicle? Did you take a vehicle? Ride a motorcycle? How'd you get over there?
Not a motorcycle.
Oh, no, you got a screen behind you. It's okay. Your screen fell.
Screen fell down.
Oh, no.
It's all right. You took a momotorcycle? So, Quartermain, you get there, there's a motorcycle. We'll fix it on break.
Yeah, no. Old black muscle car. Actually.
Old black muscle car? Nice.
Yeah.
You don't recognize the car, Quartermain, but it's outside the club.
Bar.
Or the bar. Sorry, Purgatory. It's a bar.
I'm gonna do Blush of Life.
Okay. There's
And I
also
succeed.
a Mustang parked out back.
No, hold on. I do Blush of Life when I see the car, just so I can whistle.
Okay. That's funny. The muscle car you do recognize. You've seen it a few times at this point. That's Jack's Mustang that he drives. You don't see him out, but it's parked out behind the club or behind the bar. I keep saying club. It's a bar.
Okay.
But yeah, you don't recognize the other car. And you go inside, of course.
Yep.
And I suppose Locke and Sabrina are still trading tips or Locke's getting tips from Sabrina on how to deal with.
She's taking so many notes. She is. She's so excited. And Quartermain comes in. She's like, "Oh, business again. Hi, Quartermain. How you doing?"
I'm good. What did you want?
So, you like information, right?
I love information.
I have some interesting information.
Okay.
Esmeralda apparently has a child. And this has caused something of a scuffle between her and Dorian. Which at first it's like, okay, whatever. But this is interesting for a couple of reasons. Because first of all, like she's kind of like hooked up with Dorian as like, I don't know what their relationship is, besides pissing off Daddy. But that could be like some discontent that happens there. She also has a child that's running around now, and that child is in DC, which, by the way, Sabrina told me all this, and she'll motion to Sabrina.
Hi, Sabrina.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh, so I can hear them talking again.
Locke's not, unless Locke tells me she's not talking in front of you, she's right there saying it right in front of you.
Yeah, so I kind of say, I completely forgot to mention this, but apparently her child didn't recognize her.
Her child didn't recognize her. So, like, either she did the usual, smash and suck,
Smash and suck.
Weird.
Smash and suck. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
That's so dirty.
Or there's something else going on. Any idea what generation
so
Esmeralda is?
Nope. You've not heard anything about Generation.
So that's information.
Thank you.
You're welcome, because I figured you might be able to do more with it than me at the moment. There's not a lot I can do with that.
So Sabrina, you settling in?
Yeah, yep.
Good.
Have a haven now. It's quite nice. That Cherry Hill. Oh, wait. Nope. I didn't say that.
You didn't say it?
Yeah.
I didn't say it. Pardon?
Undo.
Nope.
Yeah, I do.
You got as far as sure, and then you stopped.
Yeah, sure. Then I was like, oh, wait, no.
Oversharing, wait a minute.
Yeah, oversharing. It's a nice place. It's a really
I'll make a
weird
note.
name. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
That makes the Google search actually easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, it's
Okay.
quite nice.
Good.
It's very suitable.
So was this the only reason you called me over here? Was this piece of information?
Yeah, because I couldn't.
You made
really-
me come over here for that.
Well, I mean, I didn't say.
I thought it was something serious.
I didn't say. Actually, Locke does know about black magic. If you
I'm
want to
sorry.
ask her for more details about that. Out of character.
It doesn't even cross his mind at this point.
I didn't
He's got
say
lots of things on his mind.
I didn't say it was urgent. I said whenever, just not a week from now, because information goes stale.
I don't like sitting on things. I like to deal with stuff when I find out about it, and then move.
I mean,
on.
are you going to deal with this?
I'm sorry, what?
Are you going to actually? I mean, I'm not telling you have to. Just I'm curious if you plan on doing anything with this.
Well, I'm not sheriff, so
Yeah,
there's not much I can do at this point.
I'm trying to steer real clear of the current sheriff.
At this point, I am no longer a law keeper or whatever. I'm now an information broker purely.
Well, no information, and I think that I guess the most you would do is you'd go out and find more information about the information. Just because
Yes, that's one thing.
Talking to Dorian, I don't like talking to Dorian.
I don't know if I feel like going to Dorian's tonight.
Oh no, not tonight. It's getting kind of late. That's really, you got to plan for that.
Mentally prepare yourself for
Yeah,
Dorian's.
and you know what? And I don't like going to Dorian's, so.
And we're going to pause right here for a break. It's a spot where we need to take a break because you're waiting at any moment. The Pontifex could show up along with
He likes
Primogen.
to show up at midnight.
Yes, he does, doesn't he? That seems to be
That's his hour.
He has a shtick
That's his
he's playing.
hour.
So we're going to take a quick break here for 10 minutes, and then we'll come back. But Lily had a meeting from the former Prince of DC.
No, the Lord of DC. Independent
Prince
Lord.
/ Lord. The last person she expected to see appear in DC.
Mm-hmm.
Steve.
Not even surprised.
Steve could found out from his master that he
I
was
literally
nearby.
sent Shanky a note. Fucking Vitel.
And
Did not see that coming.
And Locke, Sabrina comes with some information about Esmeralda getting in an argument about a child, which is an interesting thing because, as everyone knows here, or hopefully everyone remembers, except Sabrina, I don't think has been filled in, that who Esmeralda's actual father was, and it's not Dorian.
Told her that part. Did not tell her
Yeah,
actually.
told me it wasn't. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't know who it actually.
So we'll take a break, and we are going to be back in 10 minutes, everyone. Oh, shit.
Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. I've always been the hunter, nothing on my tail. But there was something in you I knew could make that change. To capture a predator who can't remain the prey. have to become an equal in every way. So look in the mirror and tell me, who do you see? Is it still you? Or is it me? Become the beast. We don't have to hide. Do I terrify you? Or do you feel alive? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? Or do you feel alive? Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. So embrace the darkness, and I will help you see that you can be limitless and fearless if you follow me. We are the lions in the world of lions. We are the predators, the hunters, the hunters, the hunters. Become the beast. We don't have to hide. Do I terrify you? Do you feel alive? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? Or do you feel alive? Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin to burrow within. Do you burrow within? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? Or do you feel alive? Allow me introduce myself, though I fear you've heard my name, that you've heard the story of Countess Bathory. History is told by the victors, heroic warriors, and mad kings. Will you hear my story from the lips of Bathory? They call me Blood-sucking demon, queen of hell, sadistic killer, a monster tale, bathing in the blood of virgins, beautiful, drinking the blood of virgins, beautiful, the blood countess. Who is she really? Who is she really? Blood countess. Who is she really? Je blood Bathory. I was very wealthy and powerful, a widow with political rivals keen to destroy me and take my property. My plea was never offered, all my confessors were all tortured, or how they destroyed me for my property. They put me up, shut me up, shut me up, put me up, shut me up, and told a story of a bitch called Bathory, blood-sucking demon, queen of hell, sadistic killer, a monster tale, bathing in the blood of virgins, beautiful, drinking the blood of virgins, beautiful, the blood countess. Who is she really? Who is she really? Blood countess. Who is she really? Je blood Bathory.
Welcome back to DC by Night. Before the break, we had some fun times. Yeah, head blown. And we're going to pick up right about where we left off. While Sabrina and Locke and Quartermain were having their discussion, right about the time, well, right before we went to break, right after, the back door to the place opens up. No knock, no notification, just opens.
Expecting it.
And in strolls Velois and Cone. Together. What's that?
Locke gets up and she tries to look This is official business. She tries to look official.
Okay. Tries. Got it.
She tries. Thank you for coming. Sabrina, have you met our Pontifex and the, what do they call it? Sorry, I'm blanking.
Regent.
The Tremere.
Regent.
No, I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
And she will make some introductions.
Valoris does a deep bow, and he's middle-aged, but not. He's mid-30s, roughly. He's impeccably dressed. He's in actually a suit, a three-piece suit. He's even got the vest on today. Kind of dirty blondish hair. It's slight red tinge to it, actually. And of course, Cone is the pretty boy Cone always is, with a rose pinned to his lapel, which is odd for a Tremere, but most of the coterie understands why, or those that know his last name understands. And he is, as always, 3 steps to the back and to the left of the Pontifex as they come in.
Mm-hmm.
Pleased to meet you. Sabrina. Was it? Don't recognize that name. How long have you been in D.C.?
Recently, only within the last few weeks or so.
And what do you think of our fine city?
It's nice.
I understand by the way you said it. I think you understand the intricacies of this town.
Yes, but as to be expected with any larger city.
It's a larger city, but it's a packed city, but so few kindred. And as I understand it, we are down one more. I heard the Herald has fallen.
Yes. Wayland got killed during the black magic burning down.
Art came to me about that. He wants me to look into some things that a Dr. Philo Exeter told him about this arson not matching other arsons and magic.
Yeah, there was some talk that the arsons, like there have been arsons around town.
Yes, there was actually one not far from the Octagon House 2 days after the riots. Of course, I didn't care because we were already vacated, but there was one not far from it. And I do recall, I believe Chaz mentioned there was one near the conservatory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's funny. He said it looked like a copycat. So somebody who knew what they looked like, had apparently enough knowledge about them, but either didn't have the ability to perfectly replicate it, or didn't know certain details.
Interesting, yes, because I looked at the black magic and didn't see any evidence of blood sorcery.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't be positive, of course, that blood sorcery wasn't used there, but in my opinion, as the warlock, that there was nothing magical about that fire. But Art says that the others have, and that's actually on my list of things to do coming up here. I've got all the other investigations that I seem to be involved in. I had an interesting night with Miss Sanger, Primogen Sanger, and I did quite a bit of investigation into the Thin Blood incident and the odd occurrences of the riots. But that investigation is ongoing, and until I have more, of course, I'll fill everyone in. And of course, there's non-court eyes here, and he deliberately looks at Sabrina and at Quartermain. So the full details, of course, will come out then. But I'm sure that's not what you called me here to discuss.
It actually is about the Thin Bloods, not an investigation, just more of a procedure thing. Because I'm finally.
Have you found some of the mongrels?
I have found one that is connected to more of them, and we made a deal that he is going to start collecting them and bringing them in. He had an interesting proposal.
You made a deal with one of those.
Well, yeah, I didn't kill him, and he's going to go find the other ones.
They're not even kindred. That's.
I mean, okay, I threatened him. So,
Not my decision. Fine, okay?
I'm a blunt tool, you know? So, he had an interesting proposal that he knows they have to be branded, and he is fine with that. He is a tattoo artist who can do tattoos, hair color, that kind of thing to our kind.
I didn't know that was. I mean, I know it's possible with certain rituals. I didn't know that was possible outside of Clan Tremere.
Yeah. Apparently that's something he can do. And I haven't actually gone through it, and she kind of pulls at her hair. She's like, obviously I haven't gotten touched up. But I actually am inclined to believe him. Because of who showed up while I was, there and we were having our discussion.
Who?
Esmeralda, asking to get her hair did.
This is a frenzy roll.
The corner of his mouth tightens.
I bet it does.
How was she?
Kind of pissed off that I was delaying her appointment. But otherwise she looked fine.
She always was headstrong, to say the least. So she's connected with this Duskborn?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
One day I'm going to root that man out of his castle. I'm going to teach him a few lessons. But that's neither here nor there, of course.
So anyway, his offer or his proposal was that he be allowed to tattoo them instead of you branding them, which given the number that we have, it might be faster.
I don't trust that his tattoos will work. I have your word, of course, but
I'm willing to get tattooed by him.
My instructions were from the prince.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I am busy.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I'd like to see what he does. So we will arrange for him. You said you would get a tattoo.
Yeah, I'll get a tattoo.
We will arrange for it to be done on the condition I can watch.
Okay.
And then I want to study what he does to you afterwards. And provided I am satisfied, then I will go with your suggestion that we allow the mongrel to do it.
Okay. I will set that up.
If you see my daughter, tell her that I know it wasn't her fault. That's all.
Okay. That is all I needed. Is there anything you need from me at the moment?
Not at the moment. It's a lot of court things I've got to deal with. Nothing that we'll talk now. I will be in touch, though.
Okay.
And he turns and leaves, and Cone hangs behind a minute. And he slips you a card.
Oh.
He pulls it. He was writing like he was taking notes when you were talking. And it says, I'll be in touch. CR. And he just slips it to you and just kind of walks out without saying a word about what he handed you.
Huh. Okay. I'm gonna be busy.
And now we flash to the club. What's Lance doing right now? Or what's Steve Perry doing? What's Lance? Lance is sitting here playing vampire. What is Steve Perry doing?
Well, considering his car down in the basement, he's going to order some replacement parts. New trunk.
Go get it from the junkyard.
Yeah.
That's a legitimate thing to be doing. So you're searching and looking for that. Anything you watching? I mean, you can't do that you could do it with a phone and watch the cameras too. I'm just curious whether you're keeping an eye on the security cameras or.
Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on that.
Okay. I want you to roll wits. Well, it wouldn't be awareness. Awareness is sensing things. You're looking at the cameras too. So let's go with wits and. I mean, I hate using wits awareness for this. I really do. Wits technology.
Okay.
I'll go with that. That sounds like a good one. Yeah.
Four.
If it wasn't for your exposure to actually what Quartermain, when he's on cameras, you'd have never noticed this. But you keep getting hazy areas on the camera across the street. It's only brief, but there's like the camera's got a smudge on the lens, but the smudge likes to move.
Okay.
But it's on one of the buildings across the street. It's not human sized. It's a lot smaller.
Okay.
But you keep seeing the smudge from time to time, and it like I said, if you hadn't dealt with Quartermain and seen when he's doing his thing on the cameras to see how it distorts in the image, it's indistinct. If it was closer, you probably would really be able to see it. But because it's across the street, there's it almost looks like it's a compression encoding artifact, except it moves but doesn't move, and it moves and doesn't, and it's there and not there. It definitely is the same effect, just at a distance. And while you're doing that, before you get a chance to let anybody know, it's midnight at this point.
But before that, I checked to see the status on my building.
Yeah, I know. We'll deal with that.
Okay.
We don't need to deal with that online anyway.
Okay.
That one, yes, it's ready, and you've got the building ready to be purchased.
Okay, so once I figure that's ready, I place one call and leave a message.
Okay. To
Baron Abrams.
Interesting. You're going to call that Boone.
I am.
Okay. And what is the message you're leaving?
That I introduce myself. It's Lily. Isaac, it was a pleasure being acquainted with you while I was in town. I have a venture that I would like you to consider investing in.
Okay. And he'll get back to you because, of course, that was through his message service.
Mm-hmm.
He's a busy man.
Of course he is.
So there we go. And now midnight rolls running. This is when, Lance, you were in the camera room and you were staring at that thing. You do see...
because I want to roll it back just to see like how far back this has been happening.
Okay. You roll it back. You don't roll it back on the live monitors, of course, because that's why it's set up in there. You do see a vehicle pull up out front. Late model Crown Vic pulls up out front too. And Grigori gets out of it. You recognize him. And Ivan is with him as well. Both of the Markov brothers have come out. But as you're backing up, it's been going on about the past hour or so. So since about 11 o'clock. And you see the Markov brothers come to the door. And, of course, you don't have it's closed, so they have to knock and wait for a guard. But you hear Thomas, ma'am, Grigori and Ivan here to see you.
I had advised him I was expecting.
Yeah, but
okay,
always proper.
Bert, bring them up to the conference room.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And you, of course, hear it over your headset too, because it's not channelized.
Right.
What are you're rolling back and reviewing?
Right.
Yeah, you saw it come in about an hour ago. It looks like it might have flown in. Because the glitch was up higher and then it was lower and then it seems to be moving on the roof, but it's back and forth a bit.
Okay.
What? So you letting anybody know right now, or are you just watching it to see?
I'm watching it for now.
Okay, just keep an eye to see what it's doing, whether it's just staying there or not.
Yeah.
Do you let Ian know?
Yes. Let's see if I can get him to see it too.
I thought that was are you sure that's something?
I'm not sure. That's why I'm Well, that's why I'm
I mean,
asking
it just looks like, I don't know, maybe a bug's on the glass of the camera and it's causing it to out of focus right there. That'd be why it moved. But are you sure it's something? Do you think one of us should go and take a peep?
I'll go look and see.
Okay. No, okay.
But you guys keep watching the camera.
We will. And Thomas takes Grigori and Ivan to the conference room.
Okay, I go in shortly.
Okay.
Okay, I was hoping to be told about that because I would have boosted Ian with some specs. But
Yeah, because you normally keep your guards with fortitude.
Well, would you?
Actually, you keep 2 of them with presence, the 2 main floor ones,
Mhm.
for all, so that the patrons.
I think I've actually given Ian the specs so that he can see things. And
no,
shoot.
you always kept him with fortitude because
that's
he's your
right.
touchstone.
Right. Okay.
But
So
would you have been in the camera room with us?
no, I
No,
was
she
in my
was waiting
office.
because she
Okay.
had business she was doing, so she's in her office. Yes.
Okay.
So, of course, the Markov brothers. Grigori seems to be taking the lead.
Okay, Grigori.
Lily.
Yes, thank you. Was that you that texted me?
It was Ivan.
Ivan, thank you so much for letting me know your estimated arrival.
I don't text and drive.
I appreciate that. I need your assistance. I am aware that you are an outstanding tracker.
Well, I mean, you remember what happened to Baltimore.
Exactly.
What do you need tracked?
Wayland. Care to take a ride with me over to Black Magic? That's where he last was.
Angelique mentioned something about the black magic burning.
Yes. And Wayland is nowhere to be found, including no remains.
And you see Ivan lean over and whisper something in Grigori's ear, and he's,
Mm-hmm.
sure, we'll take a ride.
Okay.
And you load up. You go up to the roof, right? As I assume that's where you're going to go. What are you doing? Are you just walking on the roof? What is your...
Walking on, going around physically inspecting the cameras. Let's see. Is there really a spot there? Is there any kind of...
Okay, you can roll... Actually, I will roll for you.
Okay.
It's not a very good roll for you, but we'll try it. I'm not even looking for your sheet. What's your wits aspect? Because I got to sort out my sheets again.
Let's see. Wits 3, Auspex 1. So
Yeah, that's
4.
what I thought. And you got 1 hunger?
I have no hunger.
No hunger. Yeah,
He has blood potency too. So it's actually
One
all
extra
specs too.
Yeah, 1 extra die.
Okay.
For disciplines, you get a bonus die.
Oh.
Because of blood potency.
Now, you walk around, the cameras are all fine. There's nothing on them. And looking over there, you don't see anything. Of course, you've never really been able to spot Quartermain when he's hiding either.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, you don't see anything over there. It looks clear. But you do see Lily come out of the V. You've taken. Are you riding with them? In a late model Crown Vic. I'd love to see Lily.
We're gonna take one of my vehicles. If they want to ride separately, they can ride.
No,
separately.
they'll ride with you.
Okay.
You see one of the SUVs pull out and drive off. They're heading like they're going towards
And I do have Scott driving.
Scott. They're heading towards either Purgatory or Adams Morgan's general direction, because that's actually where the club is between. Our Black Magic was between the two.
Now, are we going in the direction that the thing was seen, or are we going opposite into the building?
No, it was seen at the front of the building. And
Okay,
you're
so we're going
north
from the
up,
back.
right?
Okay.
So you don't, but you don't see it,
Of course not, because we're in the back of the building.
right? Or even as you
And
pull,
nobody-
even if you
and
pulled
nobody's
out,
told me,
you'd
so
have
I
to
leave.
look. You'd have to literally have your head out the window, looking straight up,
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
up on the roofs.
No, there's no one else up there with me.
Nope, just you.
Can I turn on Oblivion Sight just to see if looking to see where I thought that smudge was, just to see if I could see
Perfectly
anything.
clear.
Okay. No ghosts, anything.
Oh, that's interesting.
Nope, nothing.
Hmm.
Nothing at all. You see, Oblivion Sight wouldn't let you see through Obfuscate anyway.
True, but
But it would make it look clear as day over there.
right.
And it does look clear as day. Nothing.
Hmm.
Where you estimate, though, based on the way it moved and the where it was and where the shadows fell behind it, you think it's on the ledge of the building across the way.
Okay. I'm not going over there by myself. Just yet.
Oh, see, you're no fun. No fun at all. Okay.
Never
so-
split the party.
while she's riding over there, and you're just gonna
And I
you're gonna
get
hang on
no
to,
notification from
Not
Ian
yet.
about this because this is something unusual, and I told him to tell me.
He doesn't really know what it is. That's what he's waiting for Steve to come
Okay.
back and tell him, because he thinks it looks like a bug on the camera.
Mm-hmm.
What is Locke, Sabrina, and Quartermain doing after the Pontifex left?
I was actually just trying to figure that out. Because, I do need to text my man, my hairdresser,
Okay.
and tell him deal is on, but he wants to watch.
The reply
dirty.
comes back kinky. I love in front of an audience. I'll set up an appointment.
Better perform well.
Always do.
I just had a.
Is your name Karen by chance?
Oh my.
Eat a bowl of dicks.
So what else is the coterie got planned? Or do you want me to do some more Lily and come back to y'all?
I'm going to go to the club.
You're going to the Succubus Club?
Yep.
Okay. Locke?
Yep. I just had a thought, and I want to see where it goes.
I will follow. Because I don't have any more appointments.
I didn't. I just said. I'm just going to say goodbye. I'm not saying where I'm going.
Oh, that's messed up.
Assholes. Jesus.
What? You don't know any different. I said I got to go. Goodbye. You don't know that there's something going on.
Of course. But Locke still hasn't checked in after the little bit she learned about the black magic burning last night. When you saw Lily last, she was pretty fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess I can head over there because I do know.
He's not going to be there.
Black magic.
Because I happen to know that Locke and Lily go back a ways for kindred.
And Lily ain't there. Lily's on a motherfucking mission.
They're going to. And Sabrina, I suppose you're going to take Sabrina along with you just because cool.
Yeah.
You don't want to leave her in
the Succubus Club.
You don't want to leave her in the in the purgatory right now.
Lily loves unannounced visitors.
Yeah, I love it.
Everybody.
Sabrina looks visibly agitated. At least you can see Todd's tail sticking out, just kind of.
Actually, Locke will text Lily.
Flicking a little bit.
I know no dogs in the club. What about foxes in backpacks?
As long as it doesn't piss or shit anywhere, it's fine.
No is good fox. You're cool. Let's go.
So you're a little bit agitated. They can see the fox's tail is kind of.
I was agitated by that whole conversation. Yes.
By the one with the Pontifex?
Yes.
Yeah, core business is great. I love having those meetings. It's best part of this job. There is no good part of this job, by the way.
That's legit.
Yeah. So.
There was, but now I'm gone.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, I can talk to you anytime.
You guys are heading over. It doesn't take you long to get there.
While I'm en route, though, I do call Thomas and let him know Locke is bringing a guest.
Okay.
That they're allowed.
And while you're calling back, Steve, you went back and told Ian that definitely something odd over there?
Right. It was definitely nothing wrong with the cameras.
And Thomas Pax said over that they're seeing something weird on the camera across the street because Ian relayed it to him. As per your orders, you said if you see anything, something different. Steve pointed it out to Ian because Ian understandably didn't even think it was something over there, but
Ian's
something
not
over
going to
there.
be able to see it. God damn it. If something happens where it can be visualized, tell Ian he has authorized lethal force.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
So while they're all coming over there, you ride over. It doesn't take you long to get there. It's not far from the club. It really isn't. A couple blocks. Just outside your domain. And you arrive over there. Of course, it's burnt to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
There's still tape, but there's no police or anything there. Apparently, in the day since you were last
I trust
there,
Karina.
there is a vehicle parked by it. Okay, and it's got a Homeland Security sticker on it, but the person in it sees your vehicle pull up, and the guy just looks away.
Perfect. It's exactly what I need.
Grigori.
We're fine.
Sure.
We're fine. The site is secure.
Let me guess. It stops.
Of course.
She reminds me of the KGB.
Very similar, I'm sure.
I hope not.
Just don't cross her.
Ivan elbows Grigori when he said, I hope not. I'm right here. And you see a smirk. You see a smirk. You were told actually that Ivan was ex-KGB. You were told that by Nathan.
Yeah, but that's confirmation.
You see a sly grin on Grigori's face. Apparently, this has been a
ongoing joke. Yeah,
between the two of them. There's a little bit of humor you're seeing here. It's that same.
This is nice.
Yeah,
this is nice. Okay, so I walk them over to the back of the club and show them where the scraps are located.
Okay.
I say, this is the last place we know he was.
Okay. Let me check my sheet here because I've got to switch glasses so I can fucking see because I'm blind. That's always important to be able to do. Seeing. So many things printed up. It's one of the only ones I don't have on here, isn't it? Yes, it is. Look at that.
You need the ritual?
Yeah, I'll pull the ritual out.
I can pull it.
I got my book. Like I need her book. Disciplines right here. Right here. Blood rituals. I'm already in it. Because I'm good. The question is just where. I want to make sure I'm rolling the right one.
It is Illuminate Trail of Prey, level 2.
Yeah, I know. I got it. Intelligence plus survival. Okay, cool. And then the normal ritual roll, of course. Place for his hunger. And as you watch, he pulls out a ribbon and pulls out a knife and cuts himself. And he gets the ribbon wet with blood. Then he pulls out a lighter.
I take 3 steps back.
Bet you do. Part of you can hear in your head as he lights the lighter and sets the ribbon on fire while still holding it in front of him. That, fire, run, fire, fire.
I'm not close enough for that.
But not close enough to Rorschach, but you can feel it. It's in your head. You can hear it. It does not like it. And now I do his actual roll. Concentrates a while. And then the ribbon burns up. And he starts walking. Concentric circles.
Okay.
Widening his thing. I don't see a trail. Now it's possible. The way it works is I would see everywhere he walked. It's possible things have changed too much, but I don't feel the other end of it. So I don't feel it's connected to anything. I don't think he's here. Sorry, Lily. Don't think he can be found. But there are ways to hide someone from this. And I will keep looking. As part of the debt owed to you.
Please. And if not for me, also for your sister.
You know.
Yes.
Thought you did. She is not taking it well.
Neither of us are.
I will find everything I can. It is possible that he's been hidden from this method, but there's other ways. I have...
You don't have to divulge.
Contacts.
I appreciate that.
That use unapproved methods to locate things. I think that's enough to say.
If he is found, deliver him to me secretly.
That I can do.
Because if certain individuals think he's dead, let's keep it that way.
You have suspicions.
Oh, I have certainty. I just have to make sure it's believable to others.
You see, the reason I say I'm not sure, normally I would say he's gone. But there's something odd. There's a resonance here that is odd.
I want to do sense the unseen.
Okay,
See if I see something.
Resolve all specs.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to rouse for a bonus. Good. I succeed.
Okay. Did not get hungry.
Mm-mm.
Damn.
Nope. Bonus. I'm going to willpower
I bet you will.
because that freaking sucked.
That was a steep berry roll. Not as good as the earlier roll, but it's still a steep berry.
Yeah, that was rough. Okay, so I'm going to roll 3 more because I have 2 successes right now. And that is 2 more, so I got 4.
4?
Do I see any kind of auras?
No,
anything?
you don't see any auras. There's an odd haze to the air around here. It's just a slight graying in the air, just a slight.
I
like
see
a fog.
something.
Yeah, it's an odd resonance. I don't understand it. That's why I'm wondering, because this is not something here, something wrong. So I will check into it. He looks over at Ivan, and you see him just nod slightly to Ivan, and Ivan nods back. I have to talk to someone about it.
Okay. Well, thank you for checking for me.
I have a thought, so I will get back to you for sure.
Thank you.
And you see his eyes glaze over again, and when his eyes glaze over, you see Ivan take up a position between him and the front door, guarding while his brother is not paying attention.
Okay.
You can tell they've worked together quite a bit, doing this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do now?
Well, I'm waiting for them to finish because we rode together.
Yeah. Ivan looks at you and goes, "You don't have to wait.
Your vehicle's at my club.
I'll come get it.
Okay.
He may be a while.
Okay.
I've got him.
Thank you.
Thank you."
Mm-hmm.
Our sister may be emotional, but she does appreciate what you've done. In time, she will get over it.
Thank you. And I turn and leave.
Okay. And you go back out to your vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
The guy in the car is not even looking towards you as you walk up, like he doesn't even look that direction. What he didn't see, he didn't see.
Mm-hmm. And as I walk past his car, I just give a wink and walk.
He doesn't even... he's not even looking that way. Now, Steve, you're at the club when you see... I assume, Quartermain, you walked, right? Purgatory.
Yeah.
Actually, that's coming from Adams Morgan. That could take you a while to walk from Adams Morgan. Granted, you wouldn't walk the streets. You'd be able to take the sewer and subway tunnels pretty easily and get you quicker than walking the street. But
yeah.
How do you go, Locke?
Hey, you know
Jack
what?
Jack did bring you
people
that
in the
car.
ride.
I mean, hey, Jack did bring you that car you wanted out of Baltimore.
Yeah, okay, I take my car.
Yeah. And it's not a good car. And I assume Sabrina's going to ride her motorcycle. Because
You mean my muscle car?
Oh, your muscle car. Sorry, that's right. You bought your muscle car. So everyone's going to notice. And as you're leaving, you do see that same African-American man that was that went for a walk, walking back up to the building. And as the muscle car goes, you see the glasses come down a bit, and he watches it. And then he pushes them back up on his face as y'all leave, and he waves at Locke because he recognizes that vehicle. Of course, Sabrina and Locke get there first, and you see that vehicle y'all almost stole in Baltimore pull up out back, and a muscle car, of course. Nice car. Pull up, go to the garage. I assume, well, Locke doesn't... Does Locke have a way to... She never had a car before. She doesn't have a way to open the garage, does she? She has to get inside.
No, first time.
Yeah. So you just park it out back in front of the garage doors, I guess.
Lily's gonna be mad.
Well, she's
Don't
always
block all the doors.
I would be able to text one of the guys inside. It's like, I need to get in the garage.
You got Thomas's number.
Thomas, I need to get in the garage.
You don't get a response at first, but like 30 seconds later, the door opens up.
Yay, okay.
And you get a reply then, gotcha.
Yeah, okay, cool.
And Sabrina, you pull into, the garage is the size of a lot of the buildings on the street. It's attached to the club. It's just a big garage. There's 3 SUVs currently parked in it, kind of like Escalades, big ones. Blacked out, decked out, looking nice, parked side by side, and a car with a trunk that looks like it's been through a 5-blade shredder of some kind from the trunk. The whole trunk was ripped, and it's actually something you've seen before. You know what lupine claws do to metal, and it looks like a lupine grabbed hold of the back of his car as he tried to pull away and just tore down the back of this truck. You don't know whose vehicle it is, but it's definitely some lupine got a hold of that shit.
I know it might seem a little, well, I guess if I'm in my own car, no one hears me. So I see it and I kind of just I just chuckle. I just chuckle.
Yeah, you've seen it before, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And it's going to be about 10 more minutes before Quartermain gets there. So, Locke, when you get there, Thomas immediately says Lily's not here. Or Miss Lily is not here, but Steve is here.
Okay. Is she out for the night, or?
She stepped out with a Mr. Grigori and Ivan.
Huh.
She didn't give a return time. And she took Scott as the driver.
Okay. Interesting. All right, we'll go wait in VIP. It's cool.
And you see him on the cameras, the interior cameras come in, and because you're still in the room with Ian trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And you see Locke, and I don't think Steve... Did Steve meet Sabrina? I don't think Steve did.
I don't think...
You see him with somebody you've never met before.
Okay. I'll tell you, Ian.
Actually, a bombshell. Looks like a pin-up bombshell walking with him.
Wow.
Yeah. And next to Locke, who actually has the ugly trait, it's really stark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely.
I didn't know that.
Yes, Locke has.
She took the ugly trait.
Yeah.
As one of her flaws. Yeah.
The way it comes out, she has. She looks like she has done drugs and lived a very rough life. With the irony being that she was actually clean when she died.
Yep.
But
she was doing that recovering heroin or addict look. And when she got embraced, but she was clean, but she was recovering and still had that look of a recovering addict. And now she's stuck with that for eternity.
Yeah.
But there's a thin blood in the city who might be able to help with that.
I mean, she wants. Fine. She really does not. She's not very image focused. Like
that is true.
She appreciates this look. It works for her. So yeah. She says, "So you okay? You seem kind of tense after that whole thing."
Yes. The word mongrel doesn't sit well with me.
Oh yeah, I got really used to that. Like, out in fucking LA, like they always act like they're like, oh, we're so great and accepting, but nah. Unless you were one of the gangrel with cash, you heard that too. So you kind of I try to blow it off because.
Yeah, the only group in LA that didn't treat the gangrel like that was the Valkyries.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm used to that bullshit. If there's anything I'm trying to teach the Thin Bloods, which I don't need to teach them, but that I respect about them, it's surviving. And sometimes you can either survive or you can be proud, one or the other.
That's actually a good point for things in general.
It's not necessarily. It's not a matter of being prideful or anything like that to me. I don't think I've ever. I mean, I might have at one point, but it's more so working with animals and understanding animals and realizing that if you're looking at it technically, I suppose they aren't wrong, but it's still a very
derogatory.
Yes, derogatory. Thank you. Derogatory and a very tasteless word. It's not a word that sits well with me. And I didn't really like Dorian being friend like that. So,
and Steve, what are you doing when you see? Are you staying in the camera room with Ian still watching the thing, or? I mean, it's not really moved. It's still there. I mean, it moves, but it doesn't like leave.
Mm-hmm.
It's still there.
I'll tell Ian to keep watching it.
Okay.
And let us all know, if anything seems more out of place than usual.
Yeah.
And then go down and meet Locke and her guest.
Okay. So you see, actually, a nondescript man. Steve Perry looks much like Steve. Actually, when you see it, you think Steve Perry from Journey has actually just come downstairs in the club.
But like circa 1980.
Yeah,
yes,
except there's a look in his eyes that you've never seen. Steve Perry, the singer, have. There's an edge to him that's unsettling. Like he's either on a razor's edge of losing control or is in some way a killer. It's a very odd serial killer vibe that comes off him.
You recognize the Predator.
Yeah, it's a
fearfully gruesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Hey, Locke. How's it going?
It's going well. I've had so many meetings tonight, I swear. Like everybody.
So, who's your guest?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, this is Sabrina. And she turns Sabrina. This is Steve. He is the primogen of the clanless.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Sabrina.
And she's got a fox, and Lily says it's cool. So,
a fox? Where?
Over the headset goes.
And you just see like the little
You hear
head just,
Ian over the headset. That's not a dog, is it?
It's a fox.
Okay, I'm not allergic to those. Cool.
Wait until you meet my dog. I just got one.
I was just going to say
no.
No.
Yes.
Where's your? I didn't know you had a fox.
I did, and she's like, I have a dog now. Sabrina, it's not ready. One more day, and then we'll be cool.
I want to see it.
Tomorrow. I'll bring it over tomorrow. Well, no, I can't bring it here. You can come to Purgatory.
I'd like to see your new place.
Her name's Slinky.
Slinky?
Yeah, Slinky or
Slinks?
Slink. We'll see which we'll see.
Okay.
But yeah, she's
it's your dog
right now, but she will be. It's fine. One more day, we'll work out our situation. It's great. The fox is awesome.
And like often happens, odd timings. Lily pulls up in her vehicle. You see and you can hear over the headset, Miss Lily's back. And about the same time, you also hear Ian go, Mr. Quartermain just came in through the basement. That special camera you put in went beep.
Good to know. Thank you.
It's working, just so you know.
Excellent. Cool. And Quartermain doesn't.
So, Quartermain, you do your normal greeting when you come in?
No.
Okay. So, Lily, when you get out your vehicle, you do get told by
Steve.
Thomas that Miss Locke and a guest and
Where you at?
Steve are in the VIP.
Okay.
What's up, Q?
Where you at?
Where did you guys get all
There's
the way up
VIP.
to VIP?
Yeah, they're in the
we're in
VIP.
VIP at this point.
Okay, I'm up in the VIP, Q.
It's a great place when you're not
Be there in
doing
a
a
minute.
secret conference because it's
Right.
got a lot of nice leather couches and places to sit, and you don't drink, but it's a nice place to chill.
I stop in and check on Raphael before I head upstairs.
Okay. Raphael's down there. He seems to have been given a notebook probably from Thomas, and he seems to be sketching outfits in it, actually.
Okay. And I ask him if there's any particular supplies he would like for me to get for him.
I'll let you know. This is what I do when I'm
Yeah, no, I want you to be
deal with
comfortable.
things. I'm designing you some outfits. I don't have anything else to think of right now. So I've got people, and I'll let you know some info on them so that when I'm ready, I can get with them to get some stuff made.
Okay.
I do this. I can do, of course, sewing and everything, but most of it, I have a group that does it for me when I send them the designs and the measurements, and they bring it back, and then I make final alterations. But this is what I do when I'm out of sorts, I guess. I know it's odd, a street tough, and I'm designing clothes, but...
I put a hand on his shoulder gently. Something doesn't add up.
Okay.
I'm getting it looked into.
None of this adds up.
Exactly. And I have my suspicions. But I have people looking for Wayland because I don't think he's actually gone.
Thank you.
Absolutely. But if certain people think he is, we're going to keep them thinking that.
I can't hope that he survived. I can't
I
exist like
understand.
that.
I'm assuming he didn't, but I'm not going to confirm it until I get the proof.
Thank you.
Yep.
And he kind of shudders a bit and then goes back to his drawing.
Mm-hmm. And then I head up.
Okay. And you head up to the conference room, and we're getting close to when we have to end this episode because, you know, of course, our special guest, I don't want to drag her too long, but I do want to give a chance for Lily and Steve and everyone to meet the wonderful Sabrina. So we will cut to the VIP.
Okay.
And you see, you've heard of Lily because you've actually, Kendra, talk about it. Some of them outside of DC, some of the ones that you've met one or two outside, though as you know, there may be more, have mentioned about the owner of the Succubus Club. So you recognize who's coming in.
You know, you're the blonde bombshell. Lily's the redhead bombshell.
Yeah.
Hey guys. And I look and I say, you must be Sabrina.
Yeah.
Yes,
Locke
sir.
has
And
told
she,
me about you. And I reach out my
stands
hand
up.
to her. Yep.
Yeah.
Welcome to my club.
Thank
And
you.
you
It's
see
really-
Quartermain
it's
wander
really
into the
lovely.
VIP. And do you beeline for Steve, Quartermain, when you do it?
I see that everybody's here.
Yeah.
I look at Locke and say, I followed you.
No, you didn't, because I got here first.
Well, that would be following.
Yes, I followed you. That's
And I
how
look
that
and say,
works.
darling, that is following.
I took a car. How'd you follow me? You're
We
both.
have our ways.
We got to work on her sciencing a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. Watch some more Bill Nye, dear.
I wasn't doing any criminaling.
Criming.
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 Yes,
I wasn't
it's all
doing any
criming.
criming.
Yeah, so I'm just making, idle conversation with Sabrina.
Okay, so y'all can have a little talk before we.
Okay.
Because I don't know if Sabrina, you've not seen her before. She's a new one.
No.
So, of course, as the Tortor, you want some info.
Yeah.
You do get the feeling, Sabrina, that everyone in this room beside you seem to have something they're wanting to talk about with each other. You can definitely get that vibe.
Yeah.
But I ask how you're liking the city and if you've found, safe accommodations and all that.
Yes, I have.
Wonderful.
Haven that is quite comfortable for my liking. Yes.
Fantastic.
You should see this
Do
place.
I do I see the fox?
You see a tail.
Like just like the tip, like the little white tip.
Yeah.
Can I see it?
And then I'm like, come on, Todd. And then just like the head pops out.
Oh, so darling. I love animals, but they just don't seem to like me.
Yeah, you can tell.
It
It's like
takes time.
Yeah.
Your fox actually just tells you. And why do you hang out with these? They smell like dead.
And I just kind of like,
It's better than the dead tigers. The big one. But, I mean, they smell dead.
and I just kind of go like this.
I know, you don't like when I do that.
I almost did.
You don't like when I do that, I know, but ew.
You muted, man.
Yeah, I know I'm muted. I realize that. I think we're going to end the episode here with Sabrina realizing that, the coterie seems to...
It's a talk.
They need to have a talk. It seems like they cut eyes at you and they cut eyes at each other, and it's like they're all waiting to say something. So I think this is where we're going to end this episode, with some interesting revelations. Quartermain's buried his hatchet with Razor, and Razor's fine with it, especially considering the whole incident was set up by Nathan, which I suspect Quartermain was already leaning towards understanding that in the first place, that it didn't seem right. And Lily getting a special visitor that she never expected. And Steve, she knew who was there.
Mm-hmm.
And you could tell.
And now I know.
Now you know. Quartermain had an interesting conversation with Karina. Sabrina's getting the feeling, I suspect, that she's caught in the middle of something. She's not quite sure what the hell to do about it, because
No.
All fine.
Because Art is definitely turned back to the one you knew, though, which I guess in some ways that's a comfort to you, because it would, the hippie
It unnerved me a little bit.
unnerves you, yes. And you had some information of what you called it Dorians that you felt was important enough to share.
Yeah.
So we're going to end that. And as always, I thank everyone for coming to watch. And I thank our special guest. We'll have to bring her back because I've got some storylines lined up for her with that one. She's going to have to meet at some point, Victoria. We're going to have the Scourge meeting.
Oh, shit.
I didn't think
not have that handbag.
I didn't think. Oh, she will. And I didn't think it was appropriate to do it this episode because that would have taken it a whole different route than her return visit.
I'm so glad Lily got to meet Sabrina.
And as always, if you want to chat with us after the episode, because we chat during the episode, you can pop over to McStabber's Lounge on Gehenna Gaming's Discord.
Mm-hmm.
The link's over to the side. If you want to watch your back content, go to YouTube.
Yeah.
If you like the RPG content, you can, of course, go to any of these channels on the side. One of them in particular on there is Unconscious Celestia, who was our special guest. She likes to play various games. Why don't you tell everyone what night you stream so that everybody knows?
So Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Wednesdays I start a little bit earlier so I can catch at least the end of McStabber Studios playing their tabletop game. Around 8:30 p.m. EST usually. Yeah, lots of different games. Minecraft. Right now I just started Dragon Age Origins, so that's kind of fun.
We watched that last night.
Yeah,
because Friday
By the
she
time
plays
you
and chats.
finish it, you're going to want to play all the Dragon Age games.
Well, I still want. I'm as it stands. I'm like, okay, I can't wait until Friday so I can keep playing.
Yes, it's a good game.
That is one of the downsides of streaming games, because once you start streaming it, you're like, I don't want to play it and spoil it, especially if it's a newer game.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil what's going to happen, but I want to play it. So I can understand that. If you want to support the channel, give us a follow. We've come up with what may be our new follower or subscriber announcement.
Yeah.
We got someone's a little clip from before we started streaming.
Yes.
It's going to probably be there.
That's awesome.
If you really want to support us, give us a subscribe.
Yes.
You know, it helps to improve the channel. Of course, I know I'm missing something and I can't remember what it is. If you want questions about the gear we're using, look in the panels below. Anyone got anything they want to add other than Quartermain has no job?
I'm fine with it. I don't know why everybody got such an issue.
You're the only one without a job.
He's the only one free to pursue his own subjects too.
That's right.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Free agent. It's the only way to be.
The funny part is Quartermain is going to give Yekaterina an address in Baltimore.
She can have fun with that.
So, good night, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.